Hi everyone. So today we are going to go over these 6 problems on page 27. You should be completing these while I'm gone with your substitute. So use this video for help if you need it on any of these problems. And there's a good chance that I'm going to separate this into 2 videos just because it has to be under 10 minutes in order for YouTube to make closed captioning automatically for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to start with A, obviously. Okay, so I need to do some combined like terms over here on the right. I see I have an x right here, but then I also have a plus 3x. So I'm going to rewrite that, just combining those terms. So on the left, I still have 4x minus 5. And on the right, now I have 4x minus 5. Look at that. Okay, so right away you should be having a little red flag, right? Because I have the same thing on both sides. Notice I have 4x on both sides and I have a negative 5 or a minus 5 on both sides. So if you recognize what this means right here, then you don't have to continue. You can just write your answer. But I'll go ahead and continue working through it for those of you that might need it. So if I do my matching sets, first I can take away my x's. So I have 4x minus 4x. Okay, so here 4x minus 4x will cancel out. Over here, 4x minus 4x will cancel out. So I have negative 5 equals negative 5. Now, there's never going to be an instance where that is not true. Okay, so no matter what x is up here, I'm always going to get negative 5 equals negative 5. Therefore, this problem has infinite solutions. Remember, that is your answer, infinite solutions, not negative 5 equals negative 5, infinite solutions. That's your answer. All right, moving down to B. Again, I've got some combined like terms to do over here on the left this time. So I've got a negative x and a negative 4x. So altogether, I have negative 5x minus 7. And that's equal to negative 2x plus 5. All right, so now I want to try and get all the x's on one spot. So I'm going to go ahead and add 2x to both sides. Okay, so negative 5 plus 2 leaves me with negative 3x minus 7. Those canceled out, so now I just have 5 on the right. So I have negative 3x minus 7 is equal to 5. Okay, so now that my x's are all on one side of the equal sign, now I need to move this negative 7 over here so that I just have the x's. So I'm going to do the opposite, which is adding 7. Now over here, I have negative 3x. Those 7's canceled out. So I have negative 3x is equal to 12. Now you should all know what to do here. I'll divide both sides by negative 3. Negative 3 divided by negative 3 is 1. So I just have 1x is equal to negative 4. Okay, so this one is not a special case. That's your solution. X equals negative 4. All right, moving on. Again, I'm going a little bit quick just so that I can try and get underneath that 10-minute mark for the closed captioning. So pause, rewind, slow down as much as you need to. All right, so C, again, I'm going to have some combined like terms to do. So on the left, I see a 3 and a minus 4, but then I also see a 5x and a minus 7x. So I'll do my x's first. 5x minus 7x means I'll have negative 2x. 3 minus 4 means I have a negative 1. Now over here on the right, again, I see some combined like terms. 2x minus 4x is negative 2x. Oh, already I'm seeing some same things over there. Ooh, but now I have plus 1. So again, you should be getting a little red flag going off right now because the negative 2x are the same, but I have a minus 1 and a plus 1. Okay, so I'm going to continue doing some matching sets. So I have 2 negative x's on both sides. So I'm going to cancel those out by adding 2x to both sides. Cancel out there, so I just have a negative 1 on the left. Cancel out on the right, and then I have a positive 1. So at first glance, it might seem like these are equal, but you got to be careful because they're not. One of them is negative. Negative 1 is not the same as 1. Okay, so this will never be true which means that there is no solution. Okay, that is your answer, no solution. All right, moving on up to D. Okay, this one, you got to be careful again because I see some flipping. Remember, a minus in front of a parentheses means I need to change the sign of everything in here. So I still have that 4x. This negative 3x will turn to plus 3x. Plus 2 will turn to minus 2. And then that's equal to 7x minus 2. All right, now I have some combined like terms to do. 4x plus 3x means I have 7x minus 2 is equal to, oh, look at that, 7x minus 2. So I have the same thing on both sides, which should be a big red flag here. Okay, so if I take away 7x from both sides, then I end up having negative 2 equals negative 2. Okay, there's never an instance where that will not be true. So no matter what I put in for x, it will always come out to negative 2 equals negative 2. So just like A, this one has infinite solutions. And again, moving on rather quickly, so pause if you need to. On E, we definitely have some combining like terms to do because I see an x and then a 3 and a 3. So altogether, I have 2x plus 6. Over here, I have some flipping to do. So this x right now inside of the parentheses is positive, okay? If you ignore that minus sign and just look at the x, it doesn't have a minus sign in front of it. So that x is currently positive. So I'm going to change that to negative x minus 4. And also be careful here, although it is in a parentheses, that's a plus sign. Okay, remember I'm only flipping when I see that minus in front of a parentheses. Okay, so this stays as positive 3x minus 2. Now I have some more combining to do over here on the right. So I have still 2x plus 6 on the left, and on the right, negative x plus 3x gives me 2x. Then I have negative 4 minus 2, which is minus 6. All right, so now this should also look like something that we've done so far because I have 2x on both sides, but then I have a plus 6 and a minus 6. Okay, so if I take away my 2x on both sides, I have 6 is equal to negative 6. And just like with C, there is never an instance where 6 is going to equal negative 6. So this one also has no solution. I know you guys are going to make fun of me for that line, but just get over it. Okay, now down here, I've got some flipping to do. So I still have x minus 5. This 2 is currently positive, so it's going to be negative, and then that will turn to a plus x is equal to negative 3. Okay, so I'm going to do some combining over here of my x's and my negative 5 minus 2. Okay, so I have 2x, and then negative 5 minus 2 is negative 7, and that's equal to negative 3. Now my x's are already over on one side, so I'm just going to add 7 to both sides to get rid of this negative 7. Now I have 2x is equal to negative 3 plus 7 is positive 4. Divide both sides by 2, and I have x is equal to 2. All right, so I know that was quick, but like I said, I'm trying to be underneath the 10-minute mark. So your substitute has the answers to these questions if you need to double check your work. And hopefully this makes sense. I will be here to answer any questions for you on Monday.